The other team that I look at, Frank, and you've got a few other guys on there, is the Vancouver Canucks. I am massively intrigued by what the Canucks are going to do. Like, I think JT Miller, now from afar, right, man, he's everything you want on that team. And I understand he's older and he had 100 points. He never had 100 points before. So do I expect him to get 100 points again? Maybe not. But man, you move him out, I just think that creates a big hole. And
Oh, enormous.
he added some juice to that team, and I wonder if getting rid of him is the best move for them. Like what direction are they going, and what return are they going to get? Like, if you're trading JT Miller, you're likely getting futures, are you not?
It depends. I would think. I would imagine it depends on where he goes. Like, one of the teams, and it's no shock, the Rangers were salivating over JT Miller. That was their guy. That's who they wanted. They had him. They sent him to Tampa. Tampa traded him to Vancouver. He's done everything the Canucks could have possibly asked. 217 points in 202 games, something like. It's crazy how productive he's been. 99-point season. Play driving center that is the heartbeat of your team. You mentioned juice. That's exactly what he brings. And he's got a nice little edge to his game and his personality.
Oh,
that's why teams are salivating. So I think if you're trading JT Miller, of course, some part of it is going to be a first round pick or whatever, but they need a roster player back that doesn't cut their legs out from under them, and preferably someone that's younger. Remember, that was one of the things that I'm sure people keyed in on, but Jim Rutherford mentioned, we want to get guys 23, 24 and younger as part of our team. We want to make our team a little bit younger.
Yeah. And the thing why I believe it's, like, I like Demko, I like Hughes, right? Pettersson seemed to finally find his game again in the second half of the season in Vancouver. But you look at, so the orders are good. I don't think Calgary's just going to completely fall off. I think Vegas is going to make some moves that put them back in the hunt. The LA Kings are on the uptick. Like, they say they want to get, like, Vancouver's got to improve their defense somehow. And so, like, if they trade JT Miller, man, they got to try to use that to get a really good defenseman, because overpaying for a defenseman in free agency is not the path that Vancouver should be going down.
So there really aren't very many free agent defensemen available that are of impact, is one. And two, another refrain that I keep hearing from Vancouver is, well, why don't you just trade Tyler Myers to free up cap space? And I'm like, I guess you could. 2 years left at $6 million. But if you're trying to get better on defense and you're looking for right shot guys, how is that helping your team? It may help your salary cap, but it may not be helping your team.
Unless you feel you've got some internal solutions, right? And I'm not sold they do right now.
Who on the right? Who on the rights? They're struggling for right shot guys.
Yeah, well, 100%. Yeah,
they don't have them.
No. Yeah, the Canucks are, that's why to me, they're like, when I look at teams that I'm intrigued by, because I think the Canucks are close, but that's with JT Miller. And all of a sudden, because I really like Demko. I think Demko is fantastic. Actually, Demko has, I think he, over the last 2 seasons, Frank, I think he expected save percentage, he had the best in the NHL, right? Like, he's very good, right? Now, they give up a ton, but he's also very good. And when you have a goalie like that, you got a shot. Automatically, you have a shot. And so, that's
you want to hear something funny? I had a league executive I was talking to in deep conversation, and it'd be fun to just bat around the idea. He was like, I would trade Thatcher Demko right now.
What?
And I was like, huh? I almost fell off my chair, Jay. I almost fell off my chair. I was like, Thatcher Demko, he's one of the best goalies in the league, let alone being at his age and locked up for 4 more years at $5 million. Like, he's perfect.
Uh-huh.
There seemed to be some thought that they were like, I don't know if his body's going to be able to keep up. He's had some hip issues already. And he said, watch out for that.
Okay.
He's going to be the next Corey Schneider is what I was told. And I said, huh. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but just something to think about. Corey Schneider is 36 now. He's basically been out of the game for 4 years already. So he was done by the time he was 32. Demko's 26, turning 27 in December.
Well, hip issues for goaltenders. I know I've talked to a lot of them, and depending on what it is, that can be a problem for sure. But yeah, I don't know. That's always a tough one for me, is to like injuries. I find maybe some can give you a little bit of a red flag to say, hey, maybe that's a possibility. But I've seen guys who've been injured for 2-3 years, and then they go 8 years with no injuries. So the injuries sometimes can be, depending on what the injury is, of course. So
I was like, there's no chance I would trade Thatcher.
no,
Thatcher Demko.
gosh,
I'd play him until his legs fall off.